Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving. I've been asleep all day because I was up all night, so now I'm awake to finish my white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. But I wanted to start with this. So I bought these raspberries a day and a half ago. You should always, like rinse your fruit and look at it to make sure it's still good because most of these raspberries, and they cost $5. Like I think a little more than $5. So you see, there's lots of like moldy raspberries in here. And I'm like, well, I paid $5 and I can't even keep the damn raspberries 2 days. Like what the, you know? So I'm glad I went last night and got some more raspberries. But check them as good as you can at the store before you buy them. But just know you should check them, and rinse them and wash them and do all that. So I have this cheesecake. It's a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake that I made yesterday. And let me see if I can show y'all what it looks like. Well, I'll show y'all what it looks like. I'll take this little press and seal over here. And listen, I like the press and seal. Let me tell you why I like the press and seal. Is because saran wrap is just, I don't know what idiot made that, but it's not very practical. You're using it, it's sticking to every damn thing. like, but this can press without getting stuck to everything. Like it does have some, sticky. Obviously, I just took it off, so I have to kind of like stretch it out. But you could reuse it for a little bit. You shouldn't reuse it like 4 or 5 times, something like that. But it's much better than saran wrap. Um, so let me see if I can show you guys the top of the cheesecake. So it has Ghirardelli white chocolate in the middle, and then it has some raspberry puree that I made last night or yesterday at some point while I was making the cheesecake. So I have it on my cheesecake or my cake stand. And what you want to do too, if you're going to have your cake being presented out, you want to make sure that your covering to the cake can cover the whole cake, right? I'm going to make sure of that. Now, right now, it's not covering it completely, but that's because the cake pan is in the way. Because the last thing you want to do is, decorate your cake on your cake stand and then you can't cover it. It's not a good look. All right, so remember I was saying you need a spring form pan, which basically just means this part is going to unlatch and it'll release from the cake. I also said yesterday that you want to make sure, hold on. No, not that you want to make sure that as the cake is cooling down, you see how it'll separate. You see how it's separated from the pan? Now, it's not going to fully separate in every capacity, although that would be amazing, right? So you still want to take a little knife and go around the edges to make sure, that it's actually separated. Okay. So once you have your cake where you want it, this is fine for me. But you kind of want to make sure it's like in the center. Why is my thingy acting crazy? Okay, so now I'm going to release the cheesecake from the pan. So there's that. Oh, I need to get this for Instagram too. Hold on. Oh, please. Oh, shit. Okay. Why is Instagram not showing? Hold, please. What is happening? Okay, so I finished my raspberry cheesecake. I baked it last night and it sat in the refrigerator, you know, all day. And you have to release the cake, right? So it was clamped because this is a spring form pan, so you need to release it. So I already released it. And then want to make sure wherever it is that you want your cake to sit, that it fits, and especially if it has a top on it. And because if it doesn't, one, you don't want to dry out your cake, so that's why you need a top on it or something covering it. And then if it doesn't, you'd have made this beautiful cake, and it's gonna dry out because you can't do anything with it unless I guess you could cover it with like I said, I wouldn't use Saran wrap. I would use press and seal because it's better. But just listen to sis. She knows what she's talking about. Okay, so I already released it, so now I'm just gonna. Hold please. Oh, yeah, come on off of here. All right. Okay, so I finished my raspberry cheesecake. I baked it last night and it sat in the refrigerator. Whoa! All day. And I have to release the cake, right? So it was clamped because this is a spring form pan, so you need to release it. So I already released it. And then want to make sure wherever it is that you want your cake to sit, that it fits, and especially if it has a top on it. And I'm trying to save it. One, you don't want to dry out your cake, so that's why you need a top on it or something covering it. Taking 19 years to save, honey. All right, so this is what your white chocolate raspberry cheesecake should look like. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? And I think it needs to be moved over a little bit. It still has the bottom on here now. Some people might take the bottom off. I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to let it be. But I think, yeah, I'm going to just let it be. I think it came out good, right? Is it just me? No? Just me? All right. All right, so this is what your white chocolate raspberry cheesecake should look like. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? And I think it needs to be moved over a little bit. All right. Back to the YouTube video. So, like I said, I made this white chocolate raspberry cheesecake yesterday. I was a little concerned because I never made a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. So I wasn't really sure if it's because you know how you have your recipe, and then when you start adding stuff to it, it could go wrong. But thankfully it went right because I added Ghirardelli white chocolate to it. So I was like, is that gonna make the consistency off or whatever? But I haven't tasted it yet, obviously. So I also was making some raspberry like sauce. So this is what I made yesterday. I'm gonna pour it on here, but I'm a little scared because I don't know. Is it thick enough? Hopefully it won't. I'm sure it's in the middle. All right. All right, here goes. Ciao. So let's go ahead and pour the raspberry sauce. Ooh, that looks pretty good. And it looks like I made just enough to cover the cake. Looks like. So let's go ahead and pour the raspberry sauce. That looks pretty good. So y'all can't really see. That's Looks like a raspberry. No raspberry left behind, honey. Child. And look, it's drizzling itself right on. It looks like I made just the edge, which is just, it's fine with me. To cover the cake. It's fine with me, honey. Looks like. So let's go ahead and pour the raspberry sauce. Oh, that looks pretty good. I feel like it's gonna taste so freaking good. What y'all think? The girl knows what she's doing. I'm just saying. Follow Chanel. It looks like I made just enough. It's Chanel's reality, honey. To cover the cake. Right? Looks like. Just saying. Just saying. So let's go ahead and pour. Right. Yeah, I made just enough. Raspberry sauce. Oh, that looks pretty good. I bet you this little raspberry is so good. I'm gonna taste it. And listen, don't judge me. I haven't eaten today. But I'm about to take this little raspberry. See what I'm saying? It looks like I made just enough to cover the cake. Yo. Looks like. Yo. I know I'm extra. Okay. Why is my stand acting like that? It's acting like it on my turn. Did I do what I was supposed to do? With the little turn part? Hold on. Why is my stand acting like that? It's acting like it don't want to turn. Did I do what I was supposed to do? The little turn part? Child, I don't see the whole thing. Am I crazy? Why is my stand acting like that? It's acting like it don't want to turn. I don't know what did I do what I was supposed to do? All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the raspberries on here. Why is my stand acting like that? I hope I have enough. What would happen if I didn't have enough raspberries, y'all? I'm just saying. Hopefully we have enough. That's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna positive thoughts only. Okay? Y'all know what show I love to watch? I love to watch. There's this show, it's on Netflix. It's called The Great British Bake Off or something like that. Like, I love watching that. I love watching cooking shows. It's just, it's amazing to watch somebody do something that you can't do. Like, one of the shows that really has my respect now, and I've been watching it for years, is called Chopped. And they have these mysterious, usually horrible compatibility ingredients, and they have to like try to make some fabulous dish in like literally 30 minutes. And then they're judged by these celebrity chefs, and it's like y'all full of shit, but it's very entertaining. And they the way they come up with shit, I be like, how? Like, yo, like how? It's impressive, and I'm a lot more impressed now because like um, when you cooking in a hurry and you don't have complicated recipes or you don't have complicated ingredients, shall I say, that you're needing to use, and you don't have the pressure of a 30-minute timer, and you don't have um, the pressure of Michelin star, you know, chefs with, you know, or what is it called? Restaurateurs. You know, you don't have that pressure. These people that got like 4 or 5, you know, actually up and running, you know, world renowned restaurants. You don't have that pressure. So me over here trying to whip up something real quick, and it could, and usually it's something you already had or you already know how to make. But once you under the gun, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. So shout out to the chefs on Chopped. They understand that assignment, honey. I understood the assignment. Uh-huh. And so this look of this cherry Lord, white chocolate raspberry cake is it's stolen. I stole it from like I said, that show that I like to watch is called the Great British Bake Off, which is it's a family friendly kind of show, but it stars this one guy. He's like one of the judges, and I swear I can't remember his last name. I think his last name is Hollywood. Uh, I think his name is what is his name? Something Hollywood. Paul Hollywood. When I tell you Paul has the most piercing blue eyes I have ever seen in my life. There's only one other person I've seen with eyes like that. She was one of my patients, and she had dementia, but she like it when she would stare at me and just look at me because she didn't talk much. She usually would just stare at me, shake her head yes or no. But when I tell you, it looked like she's snatching my soul, like looking into my soul. I'm just like, shh. But just had the most beautiful um, piercing eyes. And but Paul's eyes and her eyes, they really kind of like scary looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you thinking? You know what I'm saying? What you thinking about me? You know what I mean? Y'all hope I have enough raspberries. Me too. Child, I hope I have enough raspberries. All right, so we're just gonna start here, and we're just gonna keep working our way around this cake. You know the thing too, like when I used to bake cakes, like I learned how to bake on YouTube. Go figure. Like anything you need to know how to do or learn how to do at your house, somebody has filmed themselves doing it at home or somewhere. And so that's how I learned. And then also too, I remember years ago, our hot water heater crashed, right? And at the time we was kind of like, we don't have no extra, you know, $1,500 to be buying, you know, to be paying the, I don't know what you call that person, but the specialist to come and fix it or replace it or install it or whatever, you know, fill in the blank. I'm like, we ain't got extra money for that. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just see, you know, who did it on YouTube, because clearly somebody has done it on YouTube. And now we went to Home Depot 42,000 times, you know, because that's the trick of do it yourself. A lot of people think that, oh, this is so easy, I can do it, because they make it look easy. That's a fact. And then, and it's like, oh yeah, you can, and it's cheaper, and this, that, and the third. Child, had your ass in the trenches. You didn't made 3,200, returns to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever the hell it is that you go. This is a big one. I should have probably ate that one. That's the good thing about raspberries too. I'm tempted to eat one right now, but I need to make sure that my cake looks good. So I come last. I don't come first in this scenario. In this scenario, but yeah, I love raspberries. Do y'all like raspberries? They're a little bit tart, but they're actually they're actually good for you too. Now after I add these raspberries, I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator because I want the uh, the raspberry sauce to kind of firm up, so that way when I cut it, it's not going everywhere like how it is on this stand. But that's okay. That's another reason you put it on the stand. Put it on something so that you don't have to move it into something else. It's already where it needs to be. Although on the Great British Baking Show, the cake that they top these raspberries with is chocolate. It's not a cheesecake. It's, I think, like, if I can remember, it seems like a chocolate cake. And the red gives it a good contrast, right? So my circle is small now, or it's decreasing in size. So we just gonna hope for the best. That, you know what I'm saying? I don't run out of raspberries. Okay, just pray for me, y'all, cause I'm a little worried. Now I had extra raspberries, but remember I told y'all I had to put them in the trash because they had mold. And I'm like, it's just, I only had these damn things 2 days. Like, what the fuck? And they expensive, in my opinion. It costs like $5 and change for one pack. Now, last night when I went and bought this pack with the double whatever, um, no, the first day when I bought them, the first batch I bought, they were, the non-organic ones were on sale for like $1.99 a pack or something like that. Which I was like, all right, I'm down with it because I make acai bowls all the time, and I love to put raspberries on my acai bowls. Yay! I'm gonna have enough. Yay! Very excited about this. I'm so excited. I know I'm extra. I'm just saying. It's a sea of raspberries. And look, I have some for me too. I have a few left over. I'm just saying. For me. Yummy. So I'll show you guys. It's a sea of raspberries. Oh, Lordy. I'm just saying. Okay. Just saying. And I know it's going to taste better than it even looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm gonna let this firm up. I'm probably gonna clean off all the raspberry juice once this has firmed up, and then put it back on there. And we'll be good to go. hmm What Candy Bird say? If you're out in the club, don't think I'm not. That's a sad divorce. I mean, it's not sad if it wasn't working for them, but you know, you always certain people you root for, like because of their history with Mama Joyce not liking him and swearing he. Don't even get me started on Mama Joyce, but they made it a good time. And some people are arguing on the internet. They're like, well, it was a successful marriage. It lasted 11 years. I'm like, y'all reaching. That's not to say that your relationship or your marriage was horrible and whatever else. But if you're gonna say something is a success, then you can't say it was a limited success. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I take that back. So like if you have a business, right? And you know, you have that business open for 10 years or hell 20 years, right? And then you have to close it. Not want to close it or choose to close it, but you have to. Then is that a success? The business was successful, but I don't know if I would say it was 100% a success. Um, but I would say it was a successful marriage for like famous people standards or Hollywood standards, because a lot of times people succumb to the pressures of, you know, all of the paparazzi. If you're really famous, all the paparazzi following your every move, everybody that you sit next to, everybody you smile at, you got to be fucking them, you know, that type of thing. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, yeah. But I think there were so many people that didn't want to see him win. And I think they were determined to win because of that. Now, I don't know. A lot of people digging up stuff online, old clips and whatnot, to say, oh, the signs were there. I don't know. A lot of people are like, well, these raspberries are him. Candy shouldn't have brought, you know, other women into her marriage. And that's true. But neither should Todd. Let's keep it a buck. I'm not an insecure chick on any day of the week, but I'm still not bringing nobody in my marriage. Period, point blank in the story. Like, why would I do that exactly? You know? So there's my cake, guys. My yummy, yummy. And your tummy, tummy cheesecake. Looks good, right? Aside from the sauce coming out. But I don't care. Some of the best things don't look that great. Just saying. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Hit that like and subscribe button, and have a wonderful rest of your Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a good meal. and watched a good football game. I ain't watched none because I was dead to the world. And just woke up maybe about an hour ago. And I decided, okay, let me go finish this cheesecake. So I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator and let everything sit. And then I will probably clean up the bottom part of this with all the raspberry sauce everywhere. And come back, show you guys, cut a slice so we can see what it looks like on the inside. And then we'll go from there. But until then, guys, have a good one. Bye. Hit that like button and subscribe button. Hit all my notification buttons. Hit all my buttons.